Hi, I'm Shell Fitzpatrick, owner and designated broker of Seashell Realty Group. This is Grit and Grace, and Clark's on the other side of the camera. I just wanted to take a moment to introduce ourselves and explain a few of real estate's documents to you.
This is the IABS, or Information About Brokerage Services document. This document explains agency in a real estate transaction. Texas Real Estate Commission, or TREC, requires that we share this with you. Customer or client, how would you like to move forward today? In the first paragraph, the IABS outlines two types of license holders. There are brokers and there are sales agents. Sales agents must be sponsored by a broker. The second paragraph outlines a real estate license holder's minimum duties to a client, and I'll come back to that in a minute. The next few paragraphs explain how agents can represent a client or a customer in a transaction. We can represent a seller in a transaction by signing a listing agreement. We can represent a buyer in a transaction by signing a buyer's representation agreement. In some cases, a broker can represent both the buyer and the seller in a transaction. This is called intermediary, and it is only done with the consent of both the seller and buyer. Lastly, some agents may elect to work as a sub-agent. This means they have no representation agreement, which also means the customer has no representation. In effect, that agent is volunteering for the seller. Now, going back to that previous topic, having no representation means a few things. A party without representation is called a customer, and a real estate license holder is obligated to treat customers honestly and fairly, but that's it. When you choose to enter into a representation agreement with a licensed real estate agent through their broker, you become a client, and for a negotiated fee, you receive the benefit of our advice and opinions. With that agreement comes our fiduciary responsibility to you of obedience, loyalty, disclosure, confidentiality, accounting, and reasonable care. The IABS goes on to say to avoid disputes, all agreements should be in writing. And at the bottom of the page, you can find the contact information for the brokerage, broker, supervisor, and sales agent. At Seashell Realty, we do not do intermediary with appointment. We do not do sub-agency. We do not do property management or work with rentals. We do predominantly work with sellers listing single-family residence lots and land in Canyon Lake, Texas. So, customer or client, how would you like to move forward today?